Yo, what is up, gamers? I don't know why I say that, but what is up, everybody? Hello, 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 hello. I hope everybody's doing well today on this beautiful stream beginning. You know what I was thinking? Okay, before stream today, I was thinking I should do a new starting soon screen. That would be cool. We're not doing that today. Maybe next stream? I don't know. But I will be doing a new starting soon screen sometime in the future, hopefully. Because that is something that I want to do. But anyways, let's get into... Well, hold on. Hey! It was a bit too early to go to the face cam. Hey everybody, welcome to today's stream. The sign isn't on. This thing is struggling for its little life. It's been on for like many hours. I have an official water bottle now. So I'm not just using some crappy plastic bottle anymore. Deluxe. Anyways, hope everybody's doing well today. Today, I'm actually going to be painting just something for my manga. Like promotional art. Not concept art, but something to that effect. And yeah, so... Yeah, I don't have much to say here for the intro. But here, if you want to see, at like 1 o'clock in the morning last night, I drew this. So this is... Come on, focus. Can you focus? Thank you. So this is what we're going to be drawing today. It's just ballpoint pen on a small note piece of printer paper. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to be using my standard manga page size, which is 2452 by 3484. Very weird dimensions, but that's the dimensions that I scanned my pages at. And yeah, that's what I'm going to be using today. And it's going to be kind of like a... So we're going to have... Anyway, Saburo written up here. We're going to have him in the center here. We're going to have some trees and all kinds of stuff. So it's going to be fun. Maybe I... no. I already turned all that off. But, yeah. So, I was thinking that I am going to take a break from doing, like, the YouTube Shorts thing. Because at the moment I have quite a number of projects that I'm working on, and I was just thinking that I could take a break from doing daily YouTube Shorts because I have a full-length YouTube video. Well, not full-length, but you know what I mean. A full YouTube video in the not concept stages, but in the works, let's say, and I also. Okay, one second. Take the object tool, select that. What's the center of this? I forget the dimensions here. Wasn't it 2452? Okay, that seems like the center, I guess. Yeah, whatever. But I'm working on YouTube videos, and I'm also doing some, you know, a new manga project. That's also something that I'm doing. So I'm doing quite a bit of stuff, as you may be able to guess. So I was thinking I could just take a small break from the daily YouTube Shorts uploads and just focus on getting these projects that I'm doing right now done. Okay, let's just get this roughly centered. There we go. That seems about right. Okay. Now we're going to make that blue, just so we get the perspective right. Hi, why didn't you add everyone on Discord? Didn't know when you went live. Well, I just went live like 15 minutes ago. So shame on you for being late. I'm kidding. But that I don't Okay, my computer is a POS, as we say in the business. It's a POS computer, and if I open up my browser, it'll probably crash everything. So I need to be very careful with what I'm doing here. Like, doing this alone is already pretty intensive here. I mean, I didn't know you made a stream right now until the stream randomly popped up on my page. Well, if you follow me on Twitch, then you'll get a notification every time I go live. Because every time I go live on Twitch, everyone gets a notification. If you have notifications from Twitch turned on. Don't have Twitch. Well, maybe you can set it up on. Are you on mobile or on friggin' desktop? Are you on mobile or on desktop? I am back. Very good. Please enjoy the stream. Not mobile. Okay. So that is definitely... Well, do you have a phone of any type? I know it's the 21st century. Do you have a phone? Oh man, I got a story for that. I have a story for that. I had to go get a sandwich. Very good. I hope you enjoy your sandwich. And the beautiful, beautiful content that we got over here. Okay. I don't have a phone. Well. Okay, then I guess I'll just have to do that. Desktop. Wait a minute, I need to take this over to the other monitor because there's spoilers for Saburo in here. If I don't play my cards right, if I'm not careful. Where is it? There are spoilers for the future of Saburo, for future chapters and stuff. So, one must be careful. Okay. There we go, there's the title. Okay. I cannot move it. I have a funny story about phone stuff. So basically, I had to go to the hospital for something, and they were like, "Okay, you need to get this specific cream." And I was like, "Okay, what's it called?" And they're like, "Oh, it's called this and this and this." I was like, okay. They're like, oh, if you want to, you can write it down on your phone. And I'm like, bro, I ain't got a phone. I ain't got a phone. You want me to memorize that? I ain't got a phone. How rude. So, I mean, I guess everybody these days has a phone. I mean, I do now too. I mean, I hate this thing. I hate phones. Because the touchscreen is really inefficient. In terms of speed and overall just being not very cool. But, you know, I was like, brother, lady, could you just like write it down on a piece of paper? And she did. After I said, I don't have a phone. You're gonna have to write that down for me. And you know, she was nice, whatnot, but I was kind of like, brother, okay. The assumptions was crazy. I never saw the need for a phone. I'm like, bro, desktop can do it. Desktop does what Nintendo don't. Do you work? I don't need a phone. Got a Steam Deck. Okay. Do I work? What do you mean by that? Like a day job or work on my phone? Because you're going to get vastly different frickin' answers for that. Yeah, job to get money. I care not to answer. I'm very sorry. But that's disgusting. No, discussing money on stream is something that I don't really want to do. So I will just keep that to myself. I'm very sorry, but okay. We also need a big cloud up here. Not just asking if you work or not. Not asking details. I work on manga. So yes, I do consider that a work. I work on manga all day long, so guess you could consider that something. Okay. Make that blue and then bring the opacity down. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we're going to choose a color for the sky. Now I do have a few references here. Specifically this one. I'm not going to say where this is, but as you can see, this is a very beautiful landscape, and I'm going to use this as a reference for what we're doing. Now let's analyze this real quick. Let's take a look here. As you can see, shadows are blue. Snow is white. Grass is green. Sky is blue. And I sound tired. Those are all very true facts. So we can have warm lighting coming in on one side, and then the cool shading on the other side. So I'm just going to have this up here, just so I know what I'm looking at. Of course, we're going to make this all look better. How long have you been making manga? A while. I've been making manga for freaking 2 years. That's not a while, but you know, I actually have a new manga project in the works right now. So definitely be excited for that. So we're gonna have like a very muted color scheme here. Or maybe if we have a very vibrant blue, that would be good too. Change the color. That is not doing jack, literally. Yeah, we're gonna go for some brighter colors because this needs to be eye-catching. It's like a poster. It's a movie poster. Okay, color pick that. There we go. Now I guess we can go here like this. Kind of introduce that bit of fog that fades out. Like that. Use a blur tool. Blend, I mean. Hope you're having a great day so far. Well, this is 207 on Twitch. Hey, look over here. Okay, that was kind of funny, I guess. But yeah. Hello 207. I know you can't hear me right now, but I'm welcoming you to stream. And I learned how to say Expedition 33 in French. Probably not perfect. Most likely not perfect, but I am happy that I know how to pronounce things the way they're supposed to be pronounced. Oop. Okay, we'll just go for the whole schmear here. Okay. See, this is already looking kind of good. I like this. We're gonna be using like a bluish tone here. like that. So how does that look? Yeah, let's use like darker shades. Okay. I think I'm going to try one layer here. And I won't be doing like excessive amounts of like you know, what's it called? What is it called? Oh, texture. There's going to be not a lot of texture here. Tree here. Add some lumps to the tree limbs. I don't know if this will turn out good or anything at all. These are like birch trees. It's like freaking Minecraft, bro. Alright, let's make a new layer here. I know I said I was going to do it one layer, but this is more trees back here. We'll just do like pine trees as well. These are the ones in the far, far, far distance. So these are going to be the most desaturated and least visible. I'm going to layer it up again. There's going to be a lot of trees here. So let's bring that down like that. So I'm using white right now just to lay that in. Thank you for the 3-stream streak. That's a mouthful when I try and say that. But thank you for the 3-stream streak. Consistently hasn't missed 3 streams. Very cool and pogtastic. So we're gonna have like warm lighting coming in from here. Well, I'm pointing at things and y'all can't see it. Okay. Gonna have warm lighting coming in from here. And then the cool lighting will be all reflected. You know, things will happen. Things will happen. It'll be good. Alright, I'm just gonna use a rough brush to lay in his silhouette here. So I know that there's indeed matter here. Okay, that just looks like shit. I had to put those trees on the same layer. Brilliant. Great idea. Wait, we can just do the fill tool? Only the editing layer, yes. What layer am I freaking editing, dude? Oh, this thing. Okay. Mm-hmm. Let's go for a lighter color down here. For like the fog. There we go. Do that. Now blur it. This is lagging everything in the program. Let's add like a hill here. A Hank Hill. We gotta add a Hank Hill, Bobby. Let's take this and bring it down a little bit to match the perspective that we're going for here. I've actually taken pictures like this before, so guessing I could attempt something like that. Where is the sketch? There it is. Okay, let's hide that for now and just work on getting these trees and stuff in place. The big trees here. They don't currently have any leaves, so we're going to have to keep that in mind. Now these trees may not be overly realistic in terms of how really trees are, but it's meant to be weird and non-normal. You know how it is. We'll just also have like a bush here. You can see the vision, right? Save as stream. We'll just put stream there. Have another bush over here. See, I'm mostly looking over here at the small preview window just to, you know, get a feel for how that looks from a distance. And that's kind of the point. You want artwork to look good. Like this one here isn't going to be one of those ones that you look up close and be like, yeah, that's a masterpiece. No, this is one of those ones that you look at and it's like, the hell am I looking at? And then you back up a little and it's like, oh yeah, okay, now I see. That's basically what I'm going for here. We can make the tree line a little bit shorter here. Okay. Okay. I think this looks good for a concept sketch. Now, next I'm just going to lay in some basic shading. And as we saw here with the reference, the white becomes blue. I don't know if it's the camera, but I think this is This is very realistic. This picture is very realistic. So yeah, we're going to be using this as reference. And I need that up on screen. On the other monitor. And I need that blue to be a little more vibrant. The blue up here. Hey Fabian, welcome in, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Make that shorter so I can see the preview just a little bit on the other monitor so it looks right. Okay. Can we take this and saturate it a bit more? I mean, we can make it this weird color, but it's not really what we want, is it? Okay. Should we add a sub color? Like a very... Oh, okay. Okay, good. Now we can mess with it and make it more vibrant. But yes, welcome in, Fabian. I'm currently working on getting shadows and stuff in place for this painting. So I'm just going to lay in some basic shadow tones so I can get a feel for the overall atmosphere and the look and feel that I want. So we'll have the bush here. This isn't going to be the official render, like the actual how everything's going to look. But this is just rough basic colors. Okay. Then add the shadows here to the rest of the vegetation. Is it a cover? Maybe. Because I do want to use this for not concept, but for like promotional art type of deal, you know? So maybe. I mean, I'm stopping the whole individual volume shenanigans thing because that was not the best way to release the manga first. So from now on, I'm just going to be doing the individual chapter releases on Manga Plus. So definitely go give it a read over there if you haven't, because that is basically where it's going to be from now on for the foreseeable future. That is, unless something else happens or comes up. So yeah. But I will have like chapter covers and stuff like that. So I may make this the new cover for the series or something like that. But we'll see about that. Alright, let's use like a orangish hue here. Nice. To show that bright orange light here. Just for now. Use this as highlights. Man, I'm telling you, switching from the frickin' screenless drawing tablet to this has really changed literally everything about the way I draw digitally. Like, it is a massive game changer. If it is definitely worth the upgrade and the amount of money you're spending on these. Definitely well worth it. Like, there is no comparison. I mean, working on a screenless tablet, that is great. It is good. I mean, you're still using the same tools, but it's the way that you go about it and, you know, you go about using them that is completely altered and different. Why did I make that brush smaller? Okay, everything seems to be falling apart at the seams. So, just gonna be adding in the bright orange highlight for the snow and stuff. Okay. Now we need to... okay. Let me put this on the back layer, behind all the trees, and just above the sky. And I'm gonna have... I did actually watch a video about clouds yesterday, drawing clouds and stuff like that. So, I'm going to be applying some of those techniques here today. Today is my birthday! Oh my god! I don't have Happy Birthday to You as a song because my browser will crash, but happy birthday, Fabian! Hope you have hope it's a good one. Damn. Streaming on your birthday. That's crazy. Everybody wish Fabian a happy birthday. That would be great. I'd appreciate that if you know, birthday's a big deal, so I really don't know what to say other than happy birthday, and I hope it's a good one for you. And happy birthday to Joe. Yeah, the sign. Yeah. This cloud is looking all whack. Let's go here and just add this cloud here. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Yes, yes. I probably have one of the best Twitch chats. They're actually nice and don't and don't act the fool all the time. Alright, I think that's the rough sketch done. Oh wait, I didn't put Saburo in. Alright, maybe I should put him in on top of everything, just so I can get him out of the way. Alright, hair there. And that. Now, I'll use like a dark brown here rather than a black, because black is for the manga and dark brown and or gray is for artworks. Now we need like a bluish color for his pants here. Trousers if you're British and or Canadian. I think Canadians say trousers, right? No, they don't say trousers, they say trousers. No offense to any Canadians watching. You can't help you talk funny. Okay, we all talk funny. But in other news, today after I was done recording the YouTube video, I did some concept sketches for a VTuber design that I am going to rig up into a, draw a character and then rig that into not like a live 2D model, but more like a what's it called? PNG tuber model. So I have at least something to use as a new model. Anyways, let's put all these layers together into one. Very good. Okay. Now we have this, and I can lower the opacity of it. And then start adding in all the details. We'll just take the title and the little guy out of here. And I think we can delete that for now. Alright, so let's lay in the snow real quick. What is that? Okay. I'm gonna call this the, yeah, sketch. It's always difficult drawing trees and stuff. At least for me, because it means that I actually need to think about, like, how trees are supposed to work. I don't know. Depending on what day of the week you catch me on, I either love drawing trees, because it's like, oh, it's easy. You just draw the thingamabob. You know, you just make wildlife, and it's easy. Or I'm like, dude, I like hate drawing that. It's either one or the other. You never catch me on a day where I'm saying, oh yeah, this is that. Alright, here I'm going to add just a little bit of this, like, if you can see that, slight bit of purple in there to give it a different look from the snow. Because it is a tree and something living you want to have a little more vibrant. Okay. I need to actually... I don't know how birch trees look, so I need to bring up a reference. Please do not crash the stream. Please, 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 please. Okay. Okay, so queso. From what I can see, birch trees are very straight. Wait a minute. And they're very thin too. Some of them at least. Okay. Queso. Yeah, I barely watch. I've never sat down and been like, yeah, I want to watch some queso clips. Like, I never do that. Alright, so they do reach up quite high, and then they're... then the leaves start up high. So I guess we can start with just some basic classic stripes. Let's put the bottom of a tree here, have it go up the side. He's funny. Yeah, I've seen some of the ones where he's like, you look like Big Weld. Who's Big Weld? And then he looks it up and he's like, okay, you're banned. You know, I guess that's funny. I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, so, I kind of have a funny but not so funny story to tell today. So, I was looking at So a family member of mine is colorblind, and they were looking at a box of paint that I have, and they were like, wait a minute, the tube of paint doesn't have the name of the color on it. It's like red, and it's like, doesn't have the name of it. And I'm like, okay, but it has a little code saying what color it is. And then you look at the back of the box and it says the code and it shows you the color. Thing is, wait a minute, I probably have it somewhere around here. But it's like, alright, you have the bottle. Bottle has code on it. The code is also on the back of the box, showing different swatches of what color it is, right? So it's this code here. But the problem is, it only says the code, like, A15. This is A15 as well. Then it has the color of A15, and then there's no name given of, like, you know, red. There's no name. It's just the code. And it's like, yeah, this color's red, and it's code this. And I'm like, that is crazy. Like, nothing against the company, but a lot of things are color-coded. And it's like, that's kind of weird. He'd be saying so many funny stuff, and yet never once said a cuss word. I mean, that's good. If you can be funny and not cuss, that's good. If you can say funny things and not cuss, that's a plus in my book. You know, I keep cussing down to a minimum over here. Unless something goes horribly wrong, and it is perfectly justified to do so, then I will. But otherwise, it's like, you know, like what Gene Wilder said, okay? He played Willy Wonka in the original Willy Wonka movie from the 70s, okay? I can't quite remember what he said, but he said something to the effect of, if cussing is necessary for a joke, then that's good. But if it's just senseless cussing, you know, just there for the sake of being there, then it's kind of just for, like, shock. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, he said that bad thing. Dude, I gotta laugh. So, I basically have the same idea in mind. Okay, I gotta name my layers. Guys, remember to name your layers. Otherwise, you're going to regret it very quickly. Tree 2. R2, Tree 2. Alright, let's lower the opacity just a little. And then we take the color pick it, then bring the opacity back up. Or, you know, just delete it in general. Tree V. V from Cyberpunk 2077. In Night City. Man, I was playing more Cyberpunk 2077 on the PS4. Like I said this on the Mimi Chair stream. You know, I've played Cyberpunk on the PS4. Of course, the patched versions, because unpatched Cyberpunk is basically unplayable. But it's like really, really rough. Like, I didn't think it was that rough before, but now that I've done more PC gaming and playing games at higher frame rates, or more consistent frame rates, I'll say. If it's consistently 30 FPS, then it's consistent. But if it's consistently crap, then it's consistently crap. Been playing games at more consistent frame rates, and it's like, yeah, I can really see why people really, really don't like Cyberpunk on the PS4. I mean, it's not that it is a bad game at all. It's a lot of fun. A little adulty at times, which is something I felt, you know, you could either say that adds to the world, or you could say, like I do, take it or leave it, like not that I'm like, oh, it's bad, it's not good for the children, I can't be sitting here watching this. No, God, no. Have you seen what I've made for manga? Well, y'all haven't seen the newest chapters yet, because those aren't out. But, like, I don't care. But I'm like, sometimes it feels a little unnecessary, like a little forced. To be like, oh, we gotta make this shocking, you know. Anyways, I'm rambling about negativity. Alright, so now if I lower this opacity and color pick that, bring that back up to 100. These go up to 11. It's 1 louder than 10. Tree 3. Most of y'all probably don't even get that reference. Okay, I'm going to need to really bring down the opacity of this, because that is like... Okay, I think it's the blue that's messing with me here. Alright, I can bring that back up, but... Oh, that just looks like a winter wonderland. Let's bring it to black and white. And then I will lower the opacity there. Doesn't fix much, but that's okay. So I'm just going to keep it a little loose. Loose like a goose. For the trees back here, because you're probably not going to be looking at them very much. You know, like LOD models in a video game. Okay. This is looking like a... It's looking like a thing right now. It's definitely one of the things of all time. And it's looking good on the other monitor as well. Because see, the thing is, with like the Final Fantasy 16 painting that we did recently, it was like, it looked great on my monitor, but it looked like crap on... Because this is like a 4K with really, really accurate and good colors. But the other monitor that I have is 1080p and just a normal standard definition monitor. I was like, the whole time getting it looking good here, but then I look up and it's like, that is not great colors whatsoever. So I had to basically adjust the artwork to be more vibrant and poppy over here so it looked good on standard monitors. And you know, I wonder if that's what happens sometimes with artworks or just like games. Like they use, of course they use the best definition monitors on the market for these games. So is the way you're looking at it on a standard TV or computer screen or phone, is that the way it was meant to look, or is it supposed to look better? Am I actually putting lines down? Yes, I am. Okay, I'm gonna have to hide that. Okay, I feel like this needs to be darker. Huh? What layer is this, dude? Okay, that's correct. This needs to be just a little darker. We can adjust. Alright, I'll just do it dark first. So that's a pine tree there. See, you look at this up close, and you're like, geez, that looks pretty bad. But the point is that you look at it from this far away. You know, you look at it at a smaller scale, and you realize, oh, okay, not bad. This is the snow. Yes. This is the snow. Yes, it is snow. Get it? Because of yes and no. That's a joke. As in, you're supposed to be laughing now. My God. I will keep a gap there. Alright, let me do like trees down here. Very small. Now we can bring down the opacity of that. And I think we can just leave it at that. Alright guys, see you next time! But yes. Let's see here. Alright, that also looks good on the other monitor, because the contrast is better here than it is on that other one. So some contrast disappears and things get really weird very quickly. Alright, I want him to be a little more defined here. So let's actually do that real quick. Let's get this man some more definition. And a little bit more blue here. And I'm going to try my best to use... my God. To use one brush for this whole painting. So let's see how well I can stick to that. Make it a little bit brighter there. I'll take that one, and I guess we could go kind of like black, but we want blue. I know I put a backpack on his back, but I really don't care. But yes, I have been playing Final Fantasy 16. Like I said last time. And I can confidently say that it is quite literally absolute cinema. Like, it is good. I do like it. There are some aspects I'm still confused about, but it's Final Fantasy and it will explain itself, I believe, soon. Yeah, Fabian was saying, oh, 16's a good game. You should play it. And I was like, brother, I ain't got a PS5 or a PC strong enough to play that. But now that I have a Steam Deck, the game technically isn't even supported on Steam Deck. I was just like, okay, screw it. We will do it live. And I got it working. So I get around a solid 40 FPS. I get a solid 40. Oh, really? That's nice. Yeah. 1 frame every 40 seconds, more like. I'm just kidding. It's not perfect 60 FPS. There's nothing really ultra perfect about it. But it is very much playable. Especially in handheld mode. Some things get blown up and look very weird on, you know, like a 4K TV or whatever, or 1080p monitor. But playing it in handheld it works. It just works. It just works. Like Todd says, you know. This just works. Oh, look at that. I'm not opening Discord on my computer because that just runs more in the background, but someone just sent really nice artwork in the Discord. Very nice job. Oh, and when I say, you know, oh, that artwork's great, I like that, I'm being dead serious. I'm not even kidding. Like, first of all, why would I joke about something like that? You know, it's someone's artwork. And second of all, I do like it. Oops, that's a bit of a big brush. I need to bring this coat down a little bit more. Make that gap a bit bigger up here. Alright, I want to do like small reflections here. So we're going to take that. I'm going to make a layer on top. So this will be like a blue-white kind of thing. Here, down like that. These are meant to be like highlight reflections bouncing off of the ground up to his jacket. So now if we lower that, because the sun is quite intense in this scene, do a stream in which you stream games on the Steam Deck that supposedly don't work on Steam Deck. That would be good. I think that would be good. I was thinking of doing streams, you know, like via capture card and, you know, playing games on stream, bigger games that I usually can't, through the help of the Steam Deck. But I don't have a capture card at the moment. So that would be something for the future. Use that as a highlight here. Okay. I think it's a little bit too choppy at places. But I can just do this. Like, finding games that supposedly don't work on Steam Deck is kind of a challenge. They're like, a lot of games work on Steam Deck. Like, more games than you would think. Don't want to do too much of a crazy thing there. Alright. Okay, I can always return to that. Twin Peaks to return. I can always return to this later. But okay. First of all, we have to lay in the shadows. So I think I'm gonna put all the trees in their own folder. Because this is gonna get out of hand very quickly. And I'm not gonna use clipping layers, I'm just gonna be, you know, like as if I'm painting on a canvas and stuff. And of course I can't forget the frickin' cloud in the back. So this will be, please rename it, trees. Tria? No, trees. Okay, that's the trees. Alright, let's see how this looks with the title up there. I'm thinking I could do like a... Okay, new layer. Clip that to there. Since this has a blue tone to it, we could do... Hello? Did you make a line? Yes, you did. That's very good. Alright, we're just going to take a solid color. And sorry if I keep going away from the mic. It's because it is at quite a distance from me right now. I gotta sit up. Alright. Let's do this. Do a bit of that. Now we take the blur tool. Now we go over that like this. See, since there's like a blue vibe to the whole painting, I wanted to add like a small hint of like bluish to the, you know what I mean, bluish to the, oh, is this a text file? Can this be edited? No way. What? Okay. No, it can't. It can't. What was I expecting? Not quite sure about that choice, but I can work on that. Now, looking at our reference, we have a lot of... that's blurry. Thank you, Google Maps. We have a lot of blue. So, okay, I think first I should take and draw like the textures of birch trees. Hold on, phone keeps going crazy. This is why I'm also not a fan of phones. Because they like, they do things. Alright. birch tree texture. We need that. Alright, so they got these little knots and stuff on them. So, I'm going to have to find the right color appropriate for birch tree knots. That being brown. So they just have like these little knots and things here going along the top. Maybe a little more desaturated. These nuts. Yeah, they have like lots of small dots and knots and things. This is just meant to be a painting. It's not meant to be ultra polished. I mean, some of you, I'm guessing a lot of you, have seen my manga pages and also have seen the fact that they are not ultra polished. And I'm guessing you could say that's like the feel I was going for. And you would be right in that assumption. I don't want it to be like way too so polished that, you know, it would take me a million years to make. But also, I don't want it to be ultra rough. Kind of want to strike that good middle balance between good and time efficient. But also I am rambling at this time, so... See, that already kind of looks like a birch tree if you look at the preview. Okay, if you don't know what Funny Pizza Land is, which I'm guessing a lot of you don't know what Funny Pizza Land is, but it was this game, and it did come out in 2002, that just one day appeared on itch.io saying that it came out in 2002 when it was uploaded in 2012, and it actually was created in 2002. But if you go look at Funny Pizza Land on Steam, it's on Steam now. If you go look at Funny Pizza Land or whatever, you will see that it is indeed not pro-level gaming development stuff. But the thing is, it has a style. And you either like it or you don't. I think the point is that you shouldn't. But just kind of want to go for finished, not for perfect. As you can see, these are just like random smudges, but they look like the little knots, whatever these are called. What would these be called? Okay, what trees are basically on this layer? Okay. I'm very glad that I chose a painting that will take an overly long amount of time to complete. But hey, at least y'all get to see me working on a painting for the series, or an artwork for the series. Hey, series. But see, those already look kind of like birch trees. And especially if you look at the teeny little preview here, which I'm looking at, but it's probably very small for most of you if you're watching on your phone or whatever. But like, yeah, you want this to be looking good when you look at it, but then you look closer and it's like, oh, it's kind of rough. Kind of like concept art. I really like concept art. We have a guy here in the Twitch chat. Be gone. Hold on. Possible ban evader. Oh, there we go. I forgot how to click on users. All right. Ban. Thank you. Goodbye. Tiny little things. These are details that no one is going to see or even look at, but I care about. Okay, I think I should hide the other trees just so I can focus. Just so I can focus on this group of trees. I just realized that basically my whole life, I've always gone and picked up like a paintbrush or something. I've always been drawing somewhere. Not always. Like there are always, when you're in kindergarten, you always draw things. But, even after that, I was always designing outfits and things like that when I was little. So I guess that kind of makes sense why I'm doing this here today. Because I always wanted to. I like the look that concept art has. Like, look at the artwork from, like, Zelda Breath of the Wild's art book and stuff like that. I really love that kind of semi-painted look that everything has. Or just, in Breath of the Wild's case, painted look that everything has. So... there's something missing here. Does anyone else here have like a favorite art book? Like if you're one of those people that buys art books or looks at art books. I think I could do without that limb. We'll tell a little story here. We'll have a limb that's snapped. A little snapped limb here. Not meant to be a sad story, but just like a small little thing of like that limb was there and now it's not, it's snapped. That's why I like doing backgrounds, because you can just freaking do a lot. You can do a lot with backgrounds. Oh, geez, that's funny. Look at this. Also, I have a new light. I have a big light on. So there will be more to see. Look at that. That's funny. Okay, that hurt. I don't know why I thought that would be a good idea. I'll just turn that off for now. That was kind of funny. I found that a little funny. Alright, let's work on these trees over here. Now I can see that there is a tree stump here. This tree is a little closer to the camera. I don't know, would you consider it a camera? Would you say like, oh, that tree, this is closer to the camera? I mean, there's nothing being photographed, technically, or filmed. So can you, like, call it a camera? I don't know. I don't know. I always say camera because that makes sense. To say like, oh, that's closer to the camera. I wish it had pen tilting. Wait, does it? No, it don't. Yo, actually, kind of. Whoa, it does. It tilts with the hand. I'm like turning my hand like this. And you can see that cursor, I don't know if you can. It's like twisting with it. Oh, that's great. I like that. Man, PCAT made a great brush. I love this thing. We have a lot more trees to go here. So maybe I should just like rapid fire. Rapid fire trees. Alright, I will be right back though. In around, I wouldn't say 10 seconds, but 25 seconds or so. Pause. And we'll go to be right back out. Okay. Well, I completely forgot that I was supposed to add... What is this? What even is this? Let me try doing like this. No objects. Okay, so there's nothing here. I'm going to add his breath, you know, as one does. Hi everyone. Hey Groovy. Welcome in, welcome in. Okay, I think the frickin' thing needs to be a bit bigger, brush size. Hope everything's going well, Alright, to make it kind of have that fade out effect, I'm gonna blur it just a little here. Oops, that's not what I want. What if I did a soft eraser that had the same effect? Alright, maybe not that. Here, like that. Okay. I think that's good enough for that. Let me save before anything else happens. Let's do just big gaps here and then we can fill them in later, like this. I really didn't know what I was gonna paint on stream last night, but then this idea of like, you know, I'm doing this again. It's trees and snow, which I guess is like a big aesthetic for my manga, like snow. That's a big part of it. Okay, that's a bit, those are a bit too close together. Make that a little smaller. But yeah, I can definitely say that the switch to digital for making manga has been a good one. You know, what with all the features and stuff that I have available to me. You know, I'm not using pre-made backgrounds or assets or anything like that. Of course, I'm making it all myself because I'm still, you know, I still like making things myself, not just using other people's crap. So just expect like high quality chapters, you know. I wouldn't expect them consistently soon, you know, like month to month. but like just the existence of chapters. That's not it. I actually have like a few birch trees outside my window, outside in the backyard. And actually one of them, there was a big storm last year in January, and it made news and stuff like that. So the water was out for like what, 3 or 4 days, something like that. And it actually took one of those birch trees and split it right down the center. It was gotten rid of, you know, but unfortunately there is now one less birch tree to enjoy. Almost done with this first row of trees. Yes, I know, riveting tree gameplay. But it must be done. For the sake of tree detail, I must do the boring tree side quest here. Okay. That's that done. So I guess we could desaturate this even more. How, huh? Wait, what if we took that? Put that on a layer on top. Had a funny hunt showdown round with my friends. Used voice chat to distract players. Call, I'm a bird. Call, I'm a bird. That sounds funny. I'm guessing you were playing the game Hunt Showdown? Like, I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know. Alright, delete that. Yep. Okay, okay. Sorry, I'm not super in the loop for a lot of these newer games. Or is it a newer game? I don't know. I need that reference of the birch trees up again. Now for these trees, I guess I can just do less detail. You know. So I can just focus on the overall composition of everything. Like, yes, you get the point. These are birch trees. Oh, and another thing for a YouTube video that I'm doing, somebody could clip this and then send it to me later on. Where is this? Okay, this is hour 47. 46. 1 hour 46. This is for a YouTube video. Another thing that I really like about Clip Studio Paint is the fact that you can have these what's it called? These measurement little things here that shows guidelines of how big the measurement unit is. And yeah, if I'm doing like a manga panel and I want the gutter to be here, that's the space between the pages where the book is put together. Then I can just reference this top part here and know exactly how much space I'll have. So that's really cool. I really like that feature. Something's slowing down. Something or another. May as well save. Now I haven't added any shading to anything here yet. So save? Okay, I'll save. Thank you for redeeming that. That is very much appreciated. Okay. Like, I'm trying not to just go into robot mode, autopilot with these dark spots on the birch trees just so they don't look like this. You don't want that. Or at least I don't. If that's a part of your style, then go ahead and add that and do that. Jeez, my PC is like approaching very high levels of heat. I wish I could bring up MSI Afterburner and see how hot my GPU and CPU are running. I'm thinking of making these trees in the front a bit bigger. Like a bit taller. Free transform. Yeah, something like that. But I wanted to also announce, now that I think a lot of people are here, I think I'm going to be taking a break from the daily YouTube Shorts uploads, because it's very tiring to do that, get up and then have to record a video. And then once I'm out of ideas for recording the video, I'm like, okay, I got that out of the way. Now I need to go work on manga. I'm just kind of not losing the drive to do things, but just kind of, you know what I mean? It's like running myself a little thin. That same level there. So it's not that I hate drawing or hate doing the YouTube videos. Like, I find doing the YouTube videos very fun. But like, don't want to run my creativity into the dirt just yet. So I'm just going to be taking a break from the daily uploads, because I'd like to shift my focus more towards bigger YouTube videos, because there's enough YouTube Shorts out there for the world to enjoy. And I do have multiple projects going on at the same time right now, like a manga for a contest that I don't know if I'm going to make or not. I don't know if I'm going to make it to the contest, but I am working on it, and I have quite a few pages storyboarded. So I just want to shift my creativity from that to more important things to me. Not that YouTube isn't important, but doing the shorts is definitely less important than the manga. So I'm just going to take a break for a while. but I will do as many posts as possible over on Instagram and stuff like that, because I do enjoy posting work in progress artworks and stuff like that. So not that I will go completely radio silent, but let's add that big cloud. Here. I do want to use like a textured brush for the cloud. Oh, that's a lag spike if I've ever seen one. Nope. Take that and move that down just a little. Down and over. Now we have like that bit of orange light up here. Alright, note to self, that is the brush that I use for clouds. It's a very good brush. I feel like it needs to be bluer. I want more blue in these clouds. Or at least a purplish kind of glow to them. Go on top here with something like this. Then bring the opacity down quite a bit. Then merge it. Let's use what was that? Okay, let's use a very vibrant blue here. Underneath. Alright, maybe we should start adding shadows to everything. On top or below? I think below. Alright. We want this to be multiply, of course. So, make that multiply. Then we want kind of a vibrant sort of blue. We can always change the color. But for now, I think that'll do as our baseline shadow. So there's a shadow from this tree. And a shadow from that tree. Basically a shadow from every tree. Now we're just gonna add like snow, ripples and textures here. And of course we need the shadow from him. And everything else. Literally everything else. Okay. Now I do want to adjust the color here. So we'll, okay. Put them below there. Better save. Now, the color of the shadows need to be correct. Okay, I think using the subcolor thing, that makes it very, very that. We don't want this to be too blue. We also don't want it to be too, like, I don't know, how do I say it? Like, that's too purple. Alright, let's go back to our reference and see what we got here. We have a very light blue. Like that. Okay. Alright, let's use a very vibrant blue here. Nope. Am I seriously going to spend like 1,000,000 years on just these shadows? Turn multiply to a normal layer. That's the color we're working with. Multiply. Oops, that's not right. A lighter color for this lighter shadow. How did that one artwork look that I made? Wait, I think it was down here at the bottom. Yeah, here it is. There. Okay. It was a lighter bluish hue. Alright, what if I did add like orange here to everything? I don't like that top part. So I think I'm going to take everything, select every single thing here, and scale it up. What did I just do? What is this? Okay, that doesn't need to be selected. So let's take this. And like zoom it in. Is this gonna crash? Please don't crash. It's the last thing I need. Okay. Oh damn, it needs to process it. I've never seen that before. Have a few holes to fill in here. A few gaps. What is that? Why is that? I really just don't know how to make it not look like crap. I think it could be a good time to just work on some plants. Yeah. In between those two layers. There's a bush there. There's a bush here. Make that smaller there and then build out the shape once again. Now, nope, not that. I think the clouds are not right. I'll just hide the clouds for now. let's just highlight everything that would be in orange light. I didn't establish values or anything to start with, so I think that's where I failed. Because I don't have a lot of confidence in this artwork much anymore. So it's not a throwaway. I'm just gonna have to really try to like it. Those don't need to be there. Okay. All I need is this damn blue here to be like a lighter color. That's all I need. No, that's the eraser. I don't have much confidence in this. I don't like it. Like, personally, I do not like this. I would restart if I wasn't already 2 hours into the stream. think I just need to rethink the lighting. Because this isn't bad, but whatever we had going before was. Okay, I think that's too dark, see? So let's go like this. Alright, too bright. I think that's alright. Alright, so those trees back there need a completely different, like, color for their shading. Yeah, something's not right here with this. Not a big fan. Like, I can't quite pinpoint what's wrong with it. Like, I think it's the trees. Just overall, the painting, just on its own, not being great. Let me turn on some more light. There we go, that's at least a bit better. There's more light that I can turn on. I don't like this. Let's try something different here. Oops, that's the wrong brush. It needs to be sideways. Let's do that as a... Well, I can't do that. Alright, I'll try to... I'll take this and cut it out. Cut that out around there. Okay. Put a new layer behind that. Just add the blue back now. Oops, that's too big there. Not darken. Multiply. Now let's take these and blow them up. Yep. Let that load. Okay. Fill that all in. As long as you, can I play, do we play Gmod? Will I play Gmod on stream? Probably not. Probably not. Oh, just because, like, Gmod isn't one of those games that I would personally play on stream. But that's just me. I mean, if I had, like, friends for, like, a collab thing, sure, I would play Gmod then. But like just as a game, playing it by myself, I mean the fun in Gmod comes from, you know, hanging out and messing around with mods and stuff. So personally, I would prefer playing it in like a collab stream. Alright, let me take some bright, we'll take that color, make it a little darker, and then add tree texture to it. Oh my god. Merge that with that layer. Oh, you didn't finish the painting? I did not like it. I was struggling and hated it. If I'm being blatantly obvious, being brutally honest with you, I did not like it. So I moved on to something new here. So here I want to have, I also want to have two little figures. So let's do like a brown here. Wait, this is on the background layer. What am I even doing? Alright, let me start with like basic human anatomy. Box for rib cage. That there, that there. Legs. What are these sounds? What are you talking about? There's no sounds here. Let's say they have like a little sled with them. What is it? Hi, Kai. Welcome in. Sent you a video on the server. See it. Jeez, don't need to be like that. Alright. It's the zoo game, right? The zoo game that you want me to play. I don't have time to look at anything right now, I'm sorry. Yeah, don't ignore it. I won't ignore it. Jesus. You have time. Yes, I do, but my computer doesn't. That's something my computer does not have. Remember, guys, my computer is on the fritz here. AKA, not working quite right. Buy a new one, easy. Well, I'll tell you what's easy. $960 isn't easy. Easier said than done. As they say. With what money? For $960 easy as frick. Yeah, okay. If it's as easy as frick, then send me the money personally. Maybe sell a kidney. I need these. But I need those. I'd like to have all my body parts, thank you very much. Sorry, I prefer to send money, send money to VTubers. Okay. I have a bit. I have an idea. Hold up. Oh no, this is game capture. What is that? I'm making a joke. I'm not asking for money from anybody. Mm-hmm. Give me 1 second. I have like the perfect bit in mind. It's not perfect at all, but you get the point. Okay. It's a little large. Don't sell. Well, now you should have no problem. Nah, man, don't do that. Why did I take that? Minus 1,000 aura. What do you mean? What are you talking about? What do you mean minus 1,000 aura? I didn't save this whole time? Okay. Fine then. I'm sorry for my eyes to see this. What do you mean? Yeah, today's kind of an off day, innit? Like, I don't like anything. I'm afraid to dream of it. I'm sorry, man. I have no clue what you're talking about. I haven't the foggiest. Wow, you have a fungus memory? I do have a fish brain. I cannot remember anything. Anyways, draw me. That's one thing I will never do. And especially not if you word it that way. My words are kind. Okay. Gonna eat you? That's cannibalism. Cannibalism's illegal. I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can actually do that. Yeah, that's a threat. Draw me. I don't know how you look. I don't know how you look. Open? No, you don't want to open that. You know how I look? Nope. I don't. Sorry, I don't. I don't know. Okay, see your Discord. That's how I look. Dude, I don't look like AI generated me. This is my face. That's me. Look at that. That's me put. Oh, look, there's your camera. That's me put through an AI filter. Bruh. Bruh, what the hell? What the hell? I'm handsome, right? Now, that's not you. That's me. Okay, sure. Sure. Continue on. Are you just jealous that I am more handsome than you? No, because that's my face. It's not. Okay, good. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll send you another photo of me. See your Discord. It's just gonna be another picture of me in it. Okay. Okay. Music? Hello? Where'd the music go? Did my sound card die or something? Alright, back to the beginning. No, my sound card didn't die. Of course it didn't. Music tells you to sleep? How so? You want me to sleep here on stream? It's only 6 o'clock over here. I'm not going to sleep. Alright, big gloves here. Sleeper zone. No. If y'all want me to sleep on stream, you're gonna have to pay me $960. Exactly. In Twitch subs. Nope. We need some ultra baggy pants here. Then we need some equally large shoes. Very large belt buckle. I have like a tank top here. Now, what happens if I fill this in? Okay. That went surprisingly well. Do some of the hair work here. That. Thank you. I don't know. I think when I'm done with this sketch here, that'll be about it for today's stream. Nope, that signature ain't worth it. I think that'll about do it for today's stream. Yeah, so today wasn't really the best of streams. I mean, it didn't go overwhelmingly well. Like the artwork, I wasn't a fan of it. But we got a few... Like, okay, this was alright. It's a learning experience. This one was okay. Quick but okay, but, you know. Whatever the hell that is. But yeah, I think that'll about do it for today's stream. I will see you guys on Friday. Hopefully I'll have a better idea for next stream. Because I came very unprepared and I want to make next stream better. So I'll come up with an artwork. I'll come up with something. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. And I will see you all next time. So, yeah. Anyway. Bye-bye, everyone. See you next time.